So the other night, white women answered the call. And the call of what, you ask? Look, I'm not making fun of the fact that you are white women. I myself am a white woman. I'm just aghast at the fact that, once again, white women think that they have all of the answers when they in fact have none of the answers.
If we do this for the first time in this country as white women, here is what else will happen. Something will begin to grow between white women and women of color for the first time, and it will be trust. And if we earn trust.
There were over 160,000 white women who were on this call, and they raised over $11 million. It's just insane to me that regular people are donating their money to a multimillionaire's presidential campaign who is being funded by Wall Street, Silicon Valley, billionaires, and APAC alike. $11 million and 160,000 white women on a Zoom. Where has this energy been for stopping the genocide? I will admit that I didn't watch the whole thing, but from what I saw, it was pretty self-absorbed, congratulatory, we're gonna save the world nonsense.
And on election night, and when our babies read of Kamala's victory in the history books, we will stand sturdy and proud, knowing that we were among the women who finally united, and we won. We won. And we saved the goddamn world.
It's pretty wild watching 10 months of a genocide and beheaded children, and y'all are rallying around a woman who is part of the administration that is currently funding and fueling this genocide. The cognitive dissonance is astounding. Imagine how much further we would have been able to get in stopping this genocide if y'all cared about how fascism affects other people.
On Sunday, when Biden stepped down from his run for president and endorsed Kamala Harris, the world blew up. Did you feel it? It was seismic.
The only reason why you are able to enjoy your privileged life unbothered is because of the massive amounts of violence the United States inflicts on people all over the world. And yes, even here in America, on Black and brown communities.
I want to bring the conversation back to the broken criminal justice system that is disproportionately negatively impacting Black and brown people all across this country today. Now, Senator Harris says she's proud of her record as a prosecutor and that she'll be a prosecutor president, but I'm deeply concerned about this record. There are too many examples to cite, but she put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence. That would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so. She kept people in prison beyond their sentences to use them as cheap labor for the state of California. And she fought to keep cash bail system in place that impacts poor people in the worst kind of way.
So that's why it's astounding to me that people are just jumping on the Kamala bandwagon without making any demands of her or the Democratic Party or even wanting to know what her platform is. Because why? You like the optics of having a Black woman in the White House? You think that Kamala Harris is going to be your one Black friend? Kamala Harris is not your friend. She is a cop. She is a prosecutor. She is a Zionist. People of color can do fascism too. Just look at Eric Adams. Don't you find it sus that Wall Street funds both political parties?
If you have a Hillary Clinton versus Jeb Bush monarchical contest, presidential election, you're going to have exactly the same people, literally exactly the same people providing most of the funding. People on Wall Street will provide most of the funding equally to both of those candidates because they know that they'll have their interests served with each.
The one difference that y'all can point to between the Republican and the Democratic Party is their stance on reproductive rights, right? I need you to realize that if the Democratic Party actually cared about protecting reproductive rights, they would have done something by now. And you know why they are not going to do anything to protect reproductive rights. It's because they need to be able to hang this over your head to keep you in line, to keep you voting for them, because they will do something about reproductive rights just next time. In the past 3 years of this Democratic administration that Kamala Harris is a part of, I want you to show me one thing that has improved under the Biden administration. Gun violence, police brutality, criminalizing homelessness, the climate catastrophe, border crossing deaths, this genocide, money to Israel. Show me one thing. your vote for Kamala Harris or Donald Trump is not going to save the world, and it's certainly not going to save democracy, because I am sorry to inform you that we do not have a democracy. The Democrats will do essentially everything that the Republican Party is doing, but they will do it waving a rainbow flag and telling you that they care. I need you to stop taking people, but most of all politicians, at their face value, and actually start looking into what their decisions, their votes, their policies are telling us about who they are. Electoral politics are not going to save us. The system is corrupt and tyrannical through and through. Every politician, just about every politician, is bought and paid for. The system needs to be completely dismantled. Democrats and Republicans are playing for the same team, and we are the ones that are being played.
Now, you can call something a democracy, and you can even let the people who live in the country called a democracy every 4 years go and hide behind a curtain and punch a box next to the name of one of two political parties and decide which of it will occupy certain offices. But if you have people doing that in utter ignorance of the most consequential decisions being made, that really is just a hollow ritual. It's the symbol of democracy without any substance behind it.